Listen up, fellow modern-day Stoics. Forget about the latest social media gossip or celebrity rumor. I've discovered something genuinely worthwhile. If you've ever been overwhelmed by the rigors of modern life, wished you could let go of things, or just wanted to care a bit less about everything, you're in the right place. Long before our era of coffee and smartphones, wise individuals known as the Stoics lived by ideas that, surprisingly, can teach us how to navigate life with less concern today. The relevance of ancient wisdom in our contemporary world is astounding. Over the next few minutes, I'll present you with 10 simple, yet profoundly transformative Stoic ideas. These energizing concepts might help you manage the chaos of modern living. And remember to subscribe and press that notification bell if you want to stay informed about future insights like this. What's the worst that could happen? You gain some knowledge. I dare you to argue with that. Welcome to the enthralling realm of Stoicism, where ancient wisdom meets modern problems, and we discover how to stay calm and carry on. Ready to jump in? 1. Get to know what's within. Give up the unworthy. Picture this. It's Monday morning, and it's cloudy. Just as you are about to drink your perfectly made cup of tea, your cat knocks it over. The old you might have snapped, blaming the universe for working against you. But consider this Stoic idea. The great Seneca once remarked that we suffer more in our imagination than in reality. Things happen, tea spills, cats misbehave. What can we control? Our reactions. Laugh it off, make another cup, and move on. The world will keep throwing curveballs, but we alone control our responses. Take a deep breath next time your pizza arrives cold, or your Wi-Fi acts up during an important Zoom call. What unsettles us is how we interpret these events. Embrace the present moment. In a world filled with external distractions and societal pressures, it is easy to lose sight of the importance of self-awareness and introspection. Yet the timeless wisdom encapsulated in the aphorism, "Get to know what's within, give up the unworthy," serves as a poignant reminder of the transformative power of looking inward and discerning what truly matters in our lives. At its core, this admonition urges us to embark on a journey of self-discovery, an exploration of our thoughts, emotions, values, and beliefs. In a society that often prioritizes external validation and material success, dedicating time to introspection may seem counterintuitive. However, it is precisely through this process that we gain clarity about our authentic selves and cultivate a deeper sense of fulfillment and purpose. Getting to know what lies within entails confronting both the light and shadow aspects of our being. It requires courage to acknowledge our strengths, weaknesses, desires, and fears without judgment or evasion. By embracing our vulnerabilities and complexities, we pave the way for profound personal growth and self-acceptance. As the renowned psychologist Carl Jung aptly stated, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." Indeed, by delving into the depths of our psyche, we reclaim agency over our lives and unlock untapped reservoirs of potential. However, the journey inward is not merely about self-exploration. It also necessitates discernment, as reflected in the injunction to give up the unworthy. In a world inundated with distractions and superficial pursuits, it is imperative to cultivate discernment in distinguishing between that which nourishes our soul and that which diminishes it. This entails relinquishing attachments to fleeting pleasures, toxic relationships, and limiting beliefs that hinder our growth and authenticity. Giving up the unworthy does not imply renunciation or asceticism. Rather, it signifies a conscious choice to prioritize that which aligns with our values and aspirations. It involves decluttering our lives, both internally and externally, of anything that no longer serves our highest good. This may entail letting go of unhealthy habits, toxic environments, or draining relationships that impede our personal evolution. Moreover, giving up the unworthy invites us to cultivate a mindset of abundance and gratitude, recognizing the inherent richness of our inner world. As the philosopher Epictetus aptly remarked, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." By appreciating the abundance of virtues, talents, and blessings within us, we foster a profound sense of contentment and inner peace. In conclusion, the dictum, "Get to know what's within, give up the unworthy," serves as a guiding principle for navigating the complexities of the human experience. It beckons us to embark on a journey of self-discovery, embracing our authentic selves with courage and compassion. Simultaneously, it challenges us to cultivate discernment and relinquish that which no longer serves our highest good. In embracing this transformative philosophy, we unlock the keys to profound personal growth, fulfillment, and inner harmony. 2. Accepting the present, a Stoic viewpoint on existing right now. The old sage advice of Stoicism provides a sobering reminder to keep the future out of your worries in a world full of distractions and unrelenting activity. Attributed to the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius, these words capture a timeless truth that is very relevant in our fast-paced, technologically advanced age. 21st century life is full of notifications, deadlines, and responsibilities. Thoughts of what needs to be done next, what could have been done differently in the past, and what lies ahead in the unknown future dominate our brains nonstop. But in all of this hectic activity, we frequently forget the beauty and importance of the here and now. How often have we been present physically but absent mentally, lost in the details of tomorrow's work, and forgetting to enjoy the small pleasures of the moment? How often do we let our regrets from the past cloud our experiences in the here and now, denying us the chance to completely enjoy life as it happens? The Stoics ask us to change our viewpoint and to value being present. It is urged of us to practice mindfulness and alertness in our everyday lives, rather than giving in to the never-ending babble of our thoughts. Being physically present is only one aspect of true presence. Another is allowing ourselves to really enjoy the sights, sounds, and feelings that surround us in every instant. Imagine the delight of sharing a wonderful dinner with loved ones and giving your whole attention to the tastes and textures dancing on your tongue. Imagine yourself in the calm of a slow walk around the park, listening to the soft sound of the leaves and feeling the warmth of the sun on your skin. These are the moments that count, the ones when we are completely present to the beauty and wonder of life and time appears to have stopped. We release ourselves of the weight of uncertainty and anxiety when we put the future out of our thoughts. We relinquish our grip on fear of the future and our regrets from the past. Rather, we concentrate on the here and now, appreciating every second as a priceless present to be treasured. Finally, accepting the present is a discipline that may change our lives, not just a theoretical idea. We may enter the path of real happiness and fulfillment by adopting the wisdom of the Stoics and putting the future out of our concerns. Marcus Aurelius gave us ageless counsel, urging us to cherish the present since it is in the richness of the present that we discover real happiness and purpose. 3. Embracing change. Epictetus and Nietzsche's wisdom. Change, a basic feature of the human experience, has been debated and accepted by philosophers throughout history. Friedrich Nietzsche, with his astute understanding of the essence of existence, had good cause to expect change as a natural part of life. He saw life as fluid, much like the seasons changing, and a river's flow never stopping. In fact, the seasonal changes in life might be compared to the ups and downs of tides. In our own lives, changes and transitions occur just as winter gives way to spring and autumn gives way to summer. Changes in jobs, relationships, or moving can all be confusing and difficult times to navigate. But as the sage Stoic philosopher Epictetus pointed out, our response to change is what counts most, not the change itself. We are urged to use our freedom when faced with life's uncertainties, the freedom to grow and adapt in reaction to change, and to acknowledge it as an unavoidable aspect of the human condition. Like the Thames River, life is always changing. Trying to swim against the river and resist the inevitable process of change only brings frustration and fatigue. As Nietzsche saw it, real freedom consists in accepting the mutability of existence and giving in to the currents of change rather than fighting them in vain. Every moment of transition on our ever-changing path through life is a brushstroke on the picture of our lives. Like the building of Rome, our lives are not created in a single day, but rather through innumerable changes, twists, and turns. Planned or unplanned, every event adds to the greater fabric of our own development. We are brought back to the interconnectivity of everything and the innate wisdom of believing in the greater scheme of existence during these unanticipated diversionary times. Change can be a chance for development and transformation, rather than a disruption or a divergence from our intended course. Finally, Nietzsche and Epictetus provide insightful analysis on the essence of change and the skill of accepting it. Understanding that change is inevitable, and that we have the ability to handle it gracefully and resolutely, gives us the opportunity to fully engage with the ever-shifting landscape of life. Honoring their advice, let us welcome change as a normal and necessary part of our quest for fulfillment and self-awareness. 4. Accepting Epictetan wisdom to free ourselves from external validation. In today's digital era, external validation, likes, shares, and comments dominates our lives. Epictetus's advice to cut off any outside confirmation encourages us to develop a deeper sense of self-worth based on internal affirmation. It's easy to get caught up in seeking approval from others, letting their opinions dictate our self-esteem. Stoicism offers an alternative. Look within for validation. Assess yourself according to your values and actions, not the fleeting approval of others. By doing so, we regain control over our lives, escaping the oppressive grip of public opinion. Our worth is inherent and independent of external praise or criticism. In our highly connected society, it's easy to get caught up in the chase for approval from others. We gauge our value through likes and followers, seeking validation from virtual strangers and allowing their opinions to shape our self-perception. As Epictetus wisely noted, our imagined anxieties about external events cause more harm than the events themselves. By giving the tiny indicators on our screens too much power, we let them dictate our emotions and self-worth. Stoicism provides a radical alternative, looking within for validation rather than outside confirmation. It urges us to measure ourselves by our values, actions, and character, rather than relying on likes and comments to affirm our worth. True fulfillment comes from knowing we live in alignment with our values and ideals, not from the transient approval of others. Our self-worth is not diminished by the lack of external praise. Epictetus reminds us that we are the jurors and judge of our value, a power that no outside validation can take away. By cutting off external confirmation, we regain control over our lives and escape the oppressive grip of public opinion. Embracing Epictetus's wisdom allows us to develop a deeper sense of inner fulfillment, freeing us from the constant pursuit of approval. 5. Embracing life cycles. Stoic philosophy asks us to recognize and accept the pattern of change and transformation that life's innate cycles weave in the fabric of existence. Awareness of life's natural cycles advises the Stoic, quoting Marcus Aurelius, who noted that nature itself is a living organism. When we consider the unavoidable flow of life, we take comfort in the knowledge that every loss contains the germ of development and rebirth, and that ends are simply preambles to fresh starts. Losing a loved one, a treasured item, or a faded memory is all painful experiences. But loss is a normal stage in the endless cycle of existence, not finality, as Stoic philosophy teaches us. Life ebbs and flows, bringing with it both endings and beginnings, decay and regeneration, much like the seasons do. Take the obvious but meaningful example of trees losing their leaves in the fall and then blooming again in the spring. Trees impart a great deal about the nature of change and transformation through their periodic cycle of growth and renewal. Loss and transition experiences open up fresh chances and personal development, just as the dropping of old leaves is required for the emergence of new ones. When life's unavoidable changes occur, Stoicism encourages us to embrace a resilient and accepting attitude. We are asked to see life as fleeting and to discover significance in the always shifting stream of experience rather than holding tenaciously to the past or bemoaning the impermanence of existence. It makes the case to live completely in the now, to love fervently and sincerely, and to gracefully let go when the time is right. In fact, there is a fresh start promised by every ending. Our losses and transitions eventually propel us toward development and rebirth, much as every sunset gives way to the start of a new day. Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, once said, "Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end." Accepting the natural cycles of life does not imply giving ourselves over to fate or letting things happen to us. In the face of life's uncertainties, it is rather an opportunity to develop inner resilience and calm. It is an understanding that our lives are characterized by cycles of development, decay, and rebirth, much like the seasons changing, a natural rhythm that permeates every aspect of our being. Finally, Stoic philosophy reminds us to accept the ebb and flow of life and provides priceless insights on the nature of change and transformation. We may gracefully and with dignity navigate life's ups and downs by embracing an attitude of acceptance and resilience, taking comfort in the knowledge that every ending is simply a preamble to a new beginning. 6. Accepting misfortune, a route to development. Adversity acts as a crucible and a catalyst for personal development along the way in life. In keeping with the idea that difficulties are not only barriers to be surmounted, but also chances for growth and self-discovery, Stoic philosophy counsels, look for ways to develop during adversity. Adversity tests and tempers us in a world that too frequently seeks ease and comfort. We come out stronger, wiser, and more resilient than before. A demanding boss, a pile of debts, a constantly broken metro system, adversity can take many different shapes. When life presents us with difficulties, it is natural to become frustrated and depressed, to bemoan our situation and wish for things to go more smoothly. Adversity, however, is something to welcome as a necessary component of the human experience rather than to shun or fear, as Stoic philosophy teaches us. Adversity forges the soul much as physical activity fortifies the body. Challenges drive us beyond our comfort zones, face our limits, and access reserves of inner strength and resilience we never realized we possessed, much like a demanding mental and spiritual workout. Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "Difficulties show men what they are." Adversity should be viewed as a chance for personal development rather than as a barrier or setback, according to Stoicism. We are urged to ask, why not, when faced with challenges rather than, why me, to view adversity as a challenge to overcome our circumstances and become the best versions of ourselves. Every setback and challenge gives us a decision, to accept the chance for improvement or to give in to hopelessness. We have the option to accept our losses as priceless lessons hidden away rather than bemoaning them. Every struggle presents us with a special chance to think and ask ourselves what this experience is teaching us, and how we could come out of it stronger and more resilient than before. To be sure, our viewpoint ultimately shapes how we react to hardship. Nowadays, Stoics would probably say, "Bring it on," acknowledging that hardship is a gift to be welcomed rather than a scourge to be avoided. Every challenge is seen through the prism of Stoic philosophy as a step toward development and enlightenment. Adversity, then, is a friend of growth rather than its enemy. We find our actual power, resiliency, and room for development by taking on life's obstacles head-on. Adopting a Stoic perspective and seeing hardship as a chance for personal growth allows us to turn even the most difficult situations into stepping stones toward a more meaningful and satisfying life. 7. Developing inner wealth, a Stoic view of real fulfillment. Get inner prosperity. Stoic philosophy poignantly reminds us in a world that frequently associates happiness with outer wealth and worldly belongings. It's simple to forget the real sources of happiness and contentment among the never-ending stream of opulent Instagram feeds and displays of wealth. The quest for more frequently indicates inner poverty rather than prosperity, as the Stoic philosopher Seneca wisely pointed out. Stoicism holds that true prosperity is determined by the depth of human connection, the tranquility of the soul, and the valuable memories that last long after material belongings have vanished. It is all too simple in our consumer-driven culture to make the mistake of confusing success and pleasure with material belongings. The constant barrage of pictures of the newest gadgets, high-end clothing, and opulent holidays makes us think that obtaining these outward symbols of wealth and prestige is the only way to find true joy. But Stoic philosophy refutes this idea, reminding us that material plenty by itself cannot be the source of true prosperity. Rather, Stoicism exhorts us to develop inner prosperity, a calm and contented condition that is independent of outside events. It is the capacity to enjoy life's little joys, to value the warmth of human connection, the beauty of a sunrise, and the laughter of loved ones. The depth of our connections and the complexity of our experiences are what really define wealth, as the Stoics remind us. Although it's certainly okay to occasionally splurge and enjoy life's joys, the Stoics warn against letting these outward trappings rule our lives. Developing an inner detachment and equanimity is what we are called upon to do, not become slaves to our wants and things. Self-control and moderation help us to break free from the never-ending chase of material wealth and discover real freedom and happiness within. In the end, our stories, our relationships, and our influence on the world around us are more important than anything we own. As the sage Stoic philosopher Epictetus so well said, "What matters is how you respond to what happens to you." Finally, the depth of our character and the quality of our inner life determine actual prosperity more so than the size of our bank accounts or the amount of stuff we amass. Finally, the character of real prosperity is profoundly revealed to us by Stoic philosophy. Through the development of inner tranquility and satisfaction, we can experience happiness and fulfillment that goes beyond material acquisitions. The Stoics taught us to seek true wealth within ourselves, in the depth of our relationships, and in the richness of our experiences. 8. Embracing fate, a Stoic response to life's uncertainties. A key idea in the vast fabric of existence is fate, which Stoic philosophy asks us to acknowledge and comprehend. Encapsulating the Stoic viewpoint on the inevitable turns of life, Epictetus counsels, admit and understand fate. This does not mean accepting every result mindlessly. Rather, it means being prepared to accept and be at peace with the universe's fundamental unpredictable nature. Because it emphasizes reason and virtue, Stoicism provides insightful information about the nature of fate and our place in it. Epictetus remarked quite rightly that it is far wiser to expect that events unfold in accordance with the universe's greater plan than to demand that things happen as we would prefer. This is realizing that there are factors beyond our control and developing the grace and resiliency to negotiate them, not giving up agency over our life or becoming passive. The intricate fabric of life is in fact created by the interaction of the universe's designs with human endeavors. Moments of success and fulfillment are interwoven with unexpected turns and twists. Sometimes things just don't work out as we hope. But rather than getting stuck in annoyance or hopelessness, Stoicism exhorts us to embrace these obstacles as chances for personal development. Amor fati, or love of fate, is a fundamental idea in Stoic philosophy. This is an active embrace of the present moment and a readiness to discover meaning and purpose in every experience, no matter how painful or delightful, rather than a passive acceptance of whatever life throws our path. Even the most trying situations can become chances for our own development and change if we develop an attitude of acceptance and resiliency. In the end, Stoicism helps us to see fate as an essential aspect of the human experience rather than as an arbitrarily imposed power to be dreaded or opposed. The most compelling stories, as Stoic wisdom tells us, can come from the most unlikely sources, from the turns of fate that mold our lives and help to define who we are as people. A fundamental tenet of Stoic ethics, helping others, is another opportunity we discover in accepting fate. Our shared humanity and interconnection allow us to provide empathy and support to people going through their own hardships. In serving others, we not only carry out our responsibilities as members of a global society, but also discover fulfillment and meaning. Finally, Stoic philosophy provides a deep understanding of fate and how it shapes our lives. Admitting and comprehending fate helps us to develop acceptance and fortitude in the face of life's uncertainty. Invoking the wisdom of the Stoics, Let us welcome fate with open arms, believing in the cosmos's greater plan and discovering significance and direction in each curve we encounter. 9. Making a difference. The strength of Stoic charity in the modern world. There are many opportunities for people to significantly impact and improve the lives of others in the connected world of today. Seneca reminds us, there are many chances these days to make a difference in the world, a reminder firmly rooted in the fundamental ideas of Stoic philosophy. More than a solitary quest for personal knowledge, Stoicism is essentially about realizing our interdependence and making a positive contribution to society at large. Oikeiosis, or realizing our common humanity and interdependence, is at the core of Stoic ethics. Seneca makes clear that every one of us is a partner in a connection with the world at large, as well as with our fellow humans. The pursuit of virtue and the aim of societal improvement are inextricably linked, as this relational viewpoint emphasizes. As it happens, Stoicism exhorts us to understand that improving the lives of others enhances our own lives as well. Little or large, every act of kindness has the potential to send beneficial ripples throughout the cosmos, changing things far beyond our immediate area of impact. Volunteering at a nearby shelter, helping a neighbor in need, or just being a sympathetic ear to a buddy in need. Stoic altruism shows us that our deeds can truly improve the lives of others. Furthermore, the emphasis of Stoic philosophy is that the degree to which we improve the lives of those around us is a better indicator of real success than personal accomplishment. Seneca says rather well, it's about improving people along the way as much as it is about succeeding alone. Adopting this collective flourishing philosophy helps us to go beyond the narrow parameters of self-interest and embrace a more comprehensive picture of human flourishing, thus finding more meaning and purpose in our own life. The demand for humanitarian action and social responsibility has never been higher in the complicated and connected world of today. We have a strong framework from Stoic altruism to help us navigate the difficulties of our time and improve the lives of others. As we live out the values of empathy, compassion, and solidarity, we may help to build a society that is more fair, just, and caring for everyone. Finally, Stoic philosophy serves to remind us that one act of kindness at a moment has the innate ability to change the world. Through acceptance of our place as members of the human family and dedication to the goal of group well-being, we can use the transforming potential of Stoic generosity to build a society that is more just and compassionate for coming generations. 10. Review, reflect, realign. The busy world rarely allows us to pause, but as Marcus Aurelius said, the quality of your thoughts determines how happy you will be in life. Regular reflection acts as a mirror to our souls, allowing us to see our patterns, straighten our courses, and adjust our perspectives. Reflecting for a little while enables us to see our trends, straighten our courses, and change our viewpoints. See it as a lifelong system upgrade. Think back on what you did, pick up lessons from mistakes, and enjoy little victories. Real happiness and tranquility are found when one understands oneself. These 10 ideas don't call for emotionlessness or distance. They are about developing resilience, living a life of depth and purpose, and accepting the present. As we come to the end of our fascinating tour into the sacred halls of Stoicism, my lovely virtual friends, I can't help but consider how perfectly these ancient ideas appear to fit into our hectic modern life. Just serves to demonstrate how certain truths are genuinely ageless, doesn't it? I now pose you all a cheeky little challenge. I would be delighted to hear which of these Stoic pearls most spoke to you in the comments section below. Were you struck by Seneca's wisdom, or did Marcus Aurelius seem to be your newfound confidant? Start this discussion so that we may both learn from one another. As we wrap up our exploration of Stoic philosophy's relevance today, let me share a personal anecdote showcasing its impact. During a tough period, Stoicism guided me towards compassion and empathy. One instance stands out: encountering a homeless man. Instead of passing by, I stopped to talk and offer help. What began as a small gesture grew into a meaningful connection. reminding me of Stoic altruism's essence. It's about recognizing the humanity in others and uplifting them, knowing it enriches our own lives too. Thank you for accompanying me on this journey through history and wisdom. If you found this content engaging, please like, share, and subscribe for more explorations. Your support fuels my passion for sharing knowledge. Feel free to leave comments or questions. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.